Welcome to Global Pulse Daily, the world in one click. Here, you get the biggest global stories in minutes, fast, clear, and daily. News from Africa, Europe, Asia, the Americas, and Oceania, twice a day. Subscribe now and stay informed every single day. Tension between Iran and Israel began after the 1979 Islamic Revolution, when Iran severed ties and refused to recognize Israel as a legitimate state. Since then, both countries have engaged in a long-standing conflict driven by ideology, regional influence, and proxy warfare. In 2010, a cyberattack known as Stuxnet crippled Iran's nuclear facilities. Israel was widely suspected. In the years that followed, several Iranian nuclear scientists were assassinated, and Israeli airstrikes targeted Iranian forces in Syria. Iran, in turn, provided military and financial support to armed groups like Hezbollah in Lebanon, Hamas in Gaza, and the Houthis in Yemen. The cold conflict turned hot in April 2024. Israel bombed Iran's consulate in Damascus, killing senior IRGC generals. Just days later, Iran launched over 300 drones and missiles at Israeli territory in an operation called True Promise. Most were intercepted, but the message was clear: this was no longer a hidden war. The months that followed saw further escalation. Key leaders of Hezbollah and Hamas were killed in targeted strikes. Iran launched another wave of missiles, while Israel responded with direct airstrikes on Iranian soil, including missile storage sites and air defense systems. In 2025, the conflict reached a boiling point. Israel launched Operation Rising Lion, hitting Iranian nuclear facilities and military sites. In response, Iran launched True Promise 3, over 100 drones and ballistic missiles, some of which reached major cities like Tel Aviv and Haifa. Both nations were now in open, direct war. Civilian casualties have soared. Hundreds have been killed, and major cities on both sides have been damaged. Global powers, including the United States and France, are urging restraint, but the threat of a wider regional war continues to grow. That's it for today's global update. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll be back soon with more stories from around the world. This is Global Pulse Daily, the world in one click.